Hello and welcome everybody. Today I thought I'd be talking about something that's been brought up as of recent in the manga, which is the state of All Might. When I say the state of All Might, I'm referring to the fact that we found out that Night Eye had a vision of All Might dying very soon from where the manga is at this time. So I believe it's worth considering the possibility that he will in fact kick the bucket very soon. My friend Lord Otaka actually made a video on All Might very recently where he kinda brought up a few things. Among those were of course the fact that All Might cannot use his muscle form anymore to fight. I mean, we've seen some quick bursts here and there, but that's probably as to remind the people that he's actually not able to use this anymore, as well as some comedic purpose, I reckon. So while it's true that he cannot fight anymore, I don't think he's done yet. I think it's very possible that All Might is going to face some kind of threat now that he's more vulnerable than he's ever been. We do know that Tomura Shigaraki is the grandchild of All Might's teacher, the one who used One for All before him. So as it's been mentioned by, I believe, Gran Torino, if All Might were ever to come face to face with Shigaraki at this point in the series, he could no longer look at him as an enemy because of this connection. I think this is actually building up to something huge in the series. It is my belief that at some point, not in the current arc, but later on, we're obviously going to get Shigaraki and All Might have an encounter of some sort, and at that time I think it's very possible that he will slip up, and much like Gran Torino said, he'll be blinded by the fact that he's the grandchild of his teacher, and that could be a very big mistake. Shigaraki on the other hand doesn't give a crap. He wants to bring the Hero Society to ruin, and well, since All Might is a high believer in the Hero Society, Shigaraki is without question going to make an attempt on his life. It's not really a possibility, it's just a matter of time. So then why would this be such a huge deal in the series? Let's talk about that for a while. All Might is no longer the symbol of peace really, since it's been made public that All Might's no longer in fighting condition, so in that regard it's not really something huge. Well, it would still be a huge deal to a lot of people, since they still believe in him after this, but he obviously can't save people. The big thing that could follow from an encounter between Shigaraki and All Might is that if All Might actually dies from Shigaraki, which isn't that unlikely, I could absolutely see it coming. Well, Deku as well as Kachan are going to react very explosively. They both look up to All Might to such an extreme that seeing their idol die would light a fuse within them like we've never seen before. Not only is there a good chance that what All Might said about Kachan and Deku can come true, they can form a team which has the potential of becoming the strongest the world has ever seen. Deku, however, has a much deeper connection to All Might, and that's where things will get really wild. Because if he's actually at the scene when Shigaraki potentially kills All Might, we could see Deku's real ascension to the next symbol of peace. At the moment, the biggest power we've ever seen from Deku without breaking bones is 8% against Kachan, otherwise it's been sitting at 5%. But if you were to actually see this, there's a good chance his limit would spike. Not from suddenly becoming physically more capable, but his blood would be pumping so fast. I mean, he would most likely overdose on adrenaline and his body would handle a lot more than 8% and just charge right at Shigaraki with all the power he can muster. It's of course also very possible that Deku will ignore his limit and just do what he did with that villain back at the summer camp arc and just call for a 1,000,000% attack in Shigaraki's face. It wouldn't exactly work, I reckon, since Shigaraki is potentially the final villain in the series, but it would definitely be epic to see. His leg would without a doubt end up broken, much like his arm did against that other guy. So yeah, All Might's death would leave some aftershocks that can be considered really extreme. New heroes start to bloom, Deku's true ascension, and probably a lot of more things as well. Well, that'll be it for today's video. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Will All Might die like Night Eye has seen in the future, or will he somehow miraculously survive? And as always, if you did, please like this video. If you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new to my channel. This has been your favorite host, Perm, and I'll see you soon.